we're back, guys. Thank you for being here today. The Eskwilax Hour out here in the beautiful Art District on their summer block party, I believe, and also the last. Was this your last stop for your art tour
Last.
with Victoria Esther from V.E.O Visions?
Hey, everybody.
As you guys remember, last year we met up with her in Highland Park, correct?
Correct.
And today, yeah, as I mentioned, you're now in the Art District. How do you like it? How do you like the Art District?
The Arts District is a very lovely place. As any part of LA, it comes with a lot of color, it comes with a lot of pros and cons, but frankly, it's exactly the place I need to live in at this point in my life. So I'm very content to be here.
Yeah, whenever I've been out here, the few times I've been out here, I feel like there's creativity everywhere. You know, there's new art, there's old art in the buildings, in the food, in the people. I like it. I like this part. And like you were mentioning earlier, it's a perfect place to be creative, correct?
Yeah. I think it's one of those situations where it's like you're presented an opportunity to honestly take a risk that you never thought you'd have the chance to take. I kind of outgrew the studio apartment that I previously had, where all of my paintings were already hung on the walls. There was no more space to add new art. So I knew that it was time to move on. And when it was presented with a new opportunity to, even though I'd be paying higher rent or whatnot, that it was something I had to do if I wanted to grow as an artist. So
Yeah, I mean, again, this is a beautiful place to live. And I've actually visited a couple of galleries out here, and I don't think I've ever participated, but definitely the good spot.
mm-hmm.
And you said, how do you like your studio now? Is it bigger? Is it more space to create?
Yeah, the rent is a little bit higher, which is just fine, but it's twice the size of what I had before. So I have plenty of space to fill in, create more, and honestly, truly enjoy having like a little nook of home. Before it was pretty tight, and honestly, again, I was just starting out, so it was perfect for that time. But when you can feel that you're outgrowing the shell that you previously inhabited, you just have to take that risk to allow yourself to grow, and that's what I have right now.
Yeah, I mean, also, I guess being just around creatives, right?
Mm-hmm.
This area is like very like unique to that. And just, yeah, I mean, you get more connections too in that way, right?
Exactly.
Ah, that's good. What about the Volkswagen?
Oh, my dear Volkswagen. Well, presently she's in storage.
She's in
She's
storage.
still living in Highland Park because, well, as you can imagine, parking out here in downtown is not classic car friendly. So
Yeah.
still have her, still love her dearly, but ever since that situation happened, my daily vehicle is now a motorcycle, which is my beautiful Thelma.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, so she is now what I use to commute everywhere, market, everything, but also my mobile gallery.
What about the actual motorcycle? Can you tell a little about the engine, the model?
Ooh, ooh. Okay, so I knew a little bit more about cars than I do about bikes, but she's a 2004 Honda Shadow, not a Harley. She's a 600cc engine, and she is my first motorcycle. I got her off of Facebook Marketplace, and frankly, it was love at first sight. So
The color's really dope.
thank you.
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, is it burgundy? Is it red?" And I like to joke. I say it's bruise color.
Bruce. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
No, it's because the last time, I think you were mentioning getting one, right? I think the last time we spoke. Yeah.
That's right. It was the Born Free event.
Yeah.
You're right. And
Like
then you were painting on the community canvas.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And you were mentioning you're like, I want a bike, and you're gonna get a bike. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And bam, here we are a year later. This is great though.
Yeah, it's been a journey. And I really heavily discourage getting one unless you truly are a mature, easygoing driver, because it's a big risk and really it's dangerous. So it's great, but the reality is it's dangerous. So please pace yourself. Yeah.
And I guess be responsible, right?
Be responsible.
Be responsible.
Yeah. According to the DMV's handbook, you're 34 times more likely to crash on a motorcycle. So it's not a joke.
Yeah.
So the fact that I'm still here is technically a miracle every day.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it feels awesome being on one too,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
That's the other part to it, right? Because I've thought about it in the past. Like before I got the car I have right now, I was like, should I get a motorcycle or should I get a car? And I was like, eh. But then one thing came first, which was the car. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, but if you feel that desire within you, I think you should definitely go for it. But, get your license, get
Yeah,
insured, all the
of
responsible
course.
things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great to know. You have a like a different what is like a a pop up gallery or a
Basically, yeah,
yeah,
mobile boutique. So it's
mobile boutique.
the what I had with the Volkswagen in a more condensed manner. I still have the community canvas, the clothing, the live painting, the artwork that's completed displayed on the other side. So it's the same but different.
No, but I'm sure it's very artistic, the
Thank
same
you.
as the Volkswagen.
Thank you.
What about which one's the community camera? This one
That's the
today, right?
community canvas.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's kind of
Yeah.
I mean, it's been inspired by the poster of today's event. So
Yeah.
it's to gift to ArtShare afterwards to say thank you for doing this for the community. But they don't know
Sweet.
that yet. So
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, this won't be out till dating.
exactly.
Sweet, sweet. So tell me a little about the tour this time. Like how many places you stop?
I think it was about 10. So I think that's kind of as much as my social battery can handle, quite frankly. So it's been various events. A lot of them have been new galleries. One of them was BG Gallery in Santa Monica. That one I showed at 3 times this tour, and I was able to pop up with the motorcycle, but also able to display as a fine artist in the gallery. So that was a really wonderful opportunity because they're a really established and very
That's more towards the
great.
beach, right?
Yeah, that's more
Yeah,
towards the
yeah,
beach.
definitely.
So they were great. I did Art Massive last night. Um, right now I'm displayed at Blick with a group show. So it's been like a combination of installation with the motorcycle as well as showing as a fine artist.
And then when you go too, right? You only take the motorcycle and what you could take with you?
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. So
that's a
today, what we
challenge.
see, like I cheated a little bit because I'm walking distance from here. So this, like ArtShare, graciously let me borrow the umbrella today, and but everything you usually see, I completely pack on the motorcycle. So if you look on my Instagram, everything that's there, like I pack it on the bike like a little squirrel and
Yeah.
make my way to the event.
No, that's a challenge because
Yeah.
you want to take everything.
Exactly. So it's also like an art installation as well. It's just like really, it's just the perseverance of an artist. That's what it is. We have to do a lot behind the scenes that people don't see. They just see the fine, like
Yeah.
the results and think, oh, it's so easy to be an artist. It's not. It's a lot of hauling things around and being innovative. And this is my way.
Well, I mean, it stands out. I'm sure it stands out because I've just one of the first times I've seen like you said like a whole installation with a bike, the paintings, and then you got the poetry, I think, or the words of encouragement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Words of encouragement.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you say? Which one was like I guess the most difficult one to get to, or as far as like taking everything with you, like on your tour?
You're saying of what I have displayed here?
Yeah, yeah. Like which, like
Like
the
what's difficult to
canvas.
pack?
Yeah.
Definitely. I would say it's the artwork because when you're driving on the freeway at 70, 80 miles an hour,
Uh-huh.
I'm always like, is this going to turn into a kite situation where the wind is hitting it in a
Yeah.
certain way and it, makes a hole or something? So honestly, your best friend as a motorcyclist is bungee cords. I have a little baggie where I have at least 10 of them in there and you
Yeah.
just wrap and wrap and wrap and until it doesn't move anymore. So that would be the challenge. And then also when I'm painting live, how do I then transfer a wet canvas on a motorcycle, which I have done before
Yeah.
and I figured it out, but there's just a lot of things where your creativity is challenged.
Yeah, it's I could definitely see the speed affecting all of that. Like
Hmm.
you can't really go past a certain one, right? Cuz
Yeah.
and so my next question would be you mentioned like reach your new goals or your all your the goals that you've been after these past few months. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Certainly. So goal one was adapt to the new living situation, right? So it's been a lot, like moving into new studio. It's very time consuming. And that's the honest truth. How do you make your home feel like a home but also a functioning studio?
Yeah.
So that was my goal earlier this year, and thankfully check mark done. And then it was, how do I do an art tour with a motorcycle, right? So again, another thing figuring out. And now I think my main goal is balancing the two. It's like being an artist, but also truly enjoying the fact that I am very happy where I'm living. And as I get older, allow myself to enjoy ease. You know, I think when we're younger and in our 20s, it's like that urgency to become something and to prove that we matter, something like that. It could be ego, it could be so many things, but frankly, for me, it's simply enjoying doing things. It's that simple. But I also have to enjoy doing nothing because I am a human being and it's a balance of the two. So my goal is to enjoy ease.
That is beautiful. And I perfectly understand that because I myself spent years, like you said, trying to be something and prove something, but I always forgot to enjoy. Yeah. Even the art I made during that time, it wasn't like what I would produce now where I'm actually enjoying my time. So
Yeah.
I really understand that.
Thank
And
you.
those are very
But it
beautiful.
only comes with time, right?
Yeah.
It really doesn't make sense until you have like perspective of the years, I would say. Because if you told this to me 5 years ago, I'd be like, "How dare you? Don't you see the to-do list hanging on your wall?" You know. But now I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. You know,
And so when you're not painting or when you're not working on your bike, how do you enjoy your time here?
in the arts district.
Yeah, or just in on yourself, you know.
Okay, well, I will be as cliche as possible. I'll start off that way. You know, a good cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Always trying out coffee. Definitely enjoy that. What else? Taking walks. There are little nooks around LA of nature. I found mine in Highland Park, and I found mine now that I'm in the arts district. So truly, stillness is joyful.
You ever been to Tierra de la Culebra?
Oh, right. That's in
Yeah,
Highland Park, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's tucked away. I know.
yeah.
Secret spot for sure.
It's nice. It's a nice spot. Yeah, I was there when they did their 420 event like 2 years ago.
Oh,
Three?
right. Yeah.
It's great. So you say the walks and like what about like do you ever check out the river or like the that part of the downtown? I mean, art district?
The river, I haven't made my way down there yet. No.
Cause I know you're able to like drive down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, not yet. My intuition has led me other places as of
Yeah.
now,
Okay. Okay.
but I'll get there.
Okay. No. Yeah.
I'll send you a text one day. I did it.
I went there, but walking. I didn't drive in there. So.
Okay.
But it looks fun. Looks fun. Not the actual river, but like there's like.
Right.
Yeah.
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 But the bridge, right there, what is it? The 4th Street Bridge, I think? 6th Street
Yeah.
Bridge?
Yeah. I think 6th Street. Yeah.
Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
But the one everybody films on?
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful to drive down that. I mean, it really does feel like you're in a film. Um, Driving down there during the sunset, it's one of the most beautiful things. Those are the moments that you feel like, wow, this is my life.
Yeah, and then you got your
Mhm.
motorcycle. You're going home, especially coming back from like the events. If you're like you went far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And like so as far as the art, like what has been inspiring your like your canvas art recently? Like
That's a great question.
yeah.
So I recently discovered, because I'm somebody that likes to intellectualize my feelings and figure out why I do things the way I do things, that when I'm happy, it's actually really hard for me to create art. So
Oh.
really, and I'm like, I already knew that painting helps me when I was sad, but I didn't know that when I'm at ease and it's kind of like I'm okay not doing it, which is a little bit bizarre. So now I guess this would be another goal. It's like experimenting with that catalyst behind my paintings for it not to just be something, some kind of emotional thing that I have to figure out. It's also can be just something joyful. So to answer your question, what's inspiring my paintings? When I have those down moments, I take advantage and I use my therapy of painting, right? But now it's like knowing what I know to take that joy and see if I can turn it into a painting as well.
Wow, that's like because in the last talk we had, you had mentioned a lot of like the other paintings were made as different with a different process.
Right.
And now being where you're at, it's a whole different, I guess not a challenge, but more of like how do you paint without the pain, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think we did mention in our last interview, you had said, or I had said, like, oh, the people I grew up with didn't really understand my work, or like they said it was really dark. And I know that it is. Like, even this one's actually about like an avoidant attachment style, how it feels like when somebody wants to love you, it kind of feels like you're being put in a cage. That's what this piece is about. And again, it's kind of like a little bit of a negative emotion. I can acknowledge that. But if you really take a moment to look into my art or any of my art, it always is turned into a positive message. So the foundation of it might be some sadness or loneliness or whatever, but it's always meant to inspire and acknowledge that there's a better way.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that with me. And right now, I'm sorry to cut you off. We are going to take a little break
Oh, of
and we'll be
course.
back in a few minutes while everybody gets water and, of course, coffee
Yeah.
and matcha too. Now that I'm on the matcha, um, come back, guys. Victoria,
See you in a minute.
Eskwilax, Hoken in the cameras. Be back. And we are back. Thank y'all for coming back today again on our episode with Victoria and her last stop on the art tour for 2025. Thank you for being here with us again.
Thank you guys for being here as well. I know parking is crazy, so thank you.
Yes, we are in the art district. You're going to come out here all the time. Just come early.
Come early or take the train, quite
Or
frankly.
take the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, use public transportation.
Or ride a motorcycle.
Or ride the motorcycle. Bam, like her right here. But yeah, let's get back to this chat real quick. And again, thank you for being here. You were telling us about this recent painting. You want to continue a little bit more about it?
Certainly. So I kind of already mentioned what it's supposed to be a metaphor for, which is the attachment style of the avoidant attachment. Again, maybe it's wrong that I want to know all the things, but it's one of the things that recently I'm trying to articulate, because I think as we get older, it's one of those things where you want to learn why you struggle in certain ways and observe that other people don't.
Yeah.
And maybe this is TMI, but it's like, frankly, I have learned that I enjoy being alone much better, and I feel so much more peaceful there. And for whatever reason, sometimes closeness is very overwhelming. And how do I articulate that, right? So this piece, it might be a little bit hard to tell at the moment, but it's of a chrysanthemum being like gently placed in a vase, but she's like resisting that. So even though she's gently being put down, going to be cared for, going to be appreciated, she doesn't understand that. So I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that know exactly what that feels like, and it's a very ugly feeling, quite frankly, because we don't know why. And it's one of those things where sometimes art is the only thing that helps you figure it out. So as I paint this, I'm sure that I'll have some kind of revelation at the end. But definitely going back to the ease thing, just allowing yourself to be known is actually very liberating, ironically. Choose to be known by the right people, obviously, but love is not that scary, as much as it is at the same time, but it's like one of those things that you have to allow yourself to be, because that's what life is all about. The invisible things, you know? So being seen, and by seen, I mean being understood and appreciated and all those virtuous things.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I hope that makes sense.
No, definitely.
Okay, wonderful.
Because I have studied up on like what you're mentioning, which is the attachment styles as far as comes to love and all.
Right.
Yeah, so I know exactly what the painting is, reflecting on and talking about. And thank you for sharing that with us. I mean, it is something very personal,
Hmm.
and I'm sure when people do see these type of pieces, they'll be able to understand it too because they know what you're talking about. And so is this part of the series or is it just like one of a kind or?
Well, I haven't done like a series per se. I think there's an overall theme in my work, which is like the plants and the people, and basically be like a plant and seek the light. Like all of my work is in that theme, even though it has like a base of sadness or whatever. The end result is that message. Same with this. So sure, it's part of a overall theme of seek the light. Be like a plant and seek the light. Hmm.
Okay, well, yeah, cause like I think one of the when you send me the questions when we share, we go back and forth.
Right.
Um, you did mention that because it is more limited, like the bike is more limited to as far as your art, and now you're focusing more on like it's like more fine art in the galleries, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. So, for anybody that's in LA, I'm sure they know and have observed this as well. Like the pop up culture is very popular, and everybody wants to host a pop up, and everybody wants to be a part of it. And it was a big thing. I would say its peak maybe was 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. And that's kind of when I started realizing that shift, right? Because when I just got started with the Volkswagen, I was all about it. I was jumping and doing every event that I possibly could. But then I kind of noticed that there was like ex- I don't want to say exploitation, but I would definitely say like as an artist, you need to preserve your energy and actually choose things that work for you. Sometimes people are hosting events, but it doesn't always guarantee the foot traffic. So again, as you get older, you kind of just have to readjust. And I'm like, I cannot continue to go out every weekend and spend all this energy and not have the results that I'm wanting, right? I love doing this and it does fortify my social battery, but part of doing this is also making a profit as well. That's the truth.
This is
I'm an
reality.
artist, but I also
We gotta eat, we gotta live.
right, exactly, and I'm not ashamed to say that. So um, now gearing myself or challenging myself to be in more formal art galleries is where that equilibrium of the VO visions is like heading towards, which
That's
is
good. That's great.
yeah, that's why so much of the art tour this year was that instead of just pop-ups. So if I'm doing this, it's affiliated with some kind of gallery as well.
Okay, yeah, no, that's great that you're I guess that transition, right?
Right.
Because before it was more pop up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can understand what you're saying that how it's like every weekend and it's setting up and picking up
Right.
and then if you end up not making anything back, I guess.
Right.
It's you
Because it
gotta
doesn't mean my art isn't good,
exactly.
right? But it just means that the foot traffic that we were anticipating wasn't there. And that happens.
Yes.
And it's okay. But again, I have to look at things in a turn on the business side of my brain that I
Yeah.
don't really have, and just evaluate and readjust. That's all that it is.
Yeah, man, I don't want to generalize, but like a lot of those artists do have that where, we avoid the business side of it. I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of us, we're like we have the creative and we have the making the art, but then there's, the how much you spend on canvas, on paint, on your
Mm-hmm.
time and the education, because there's a lot that goes into making art, and then just what people,
Absolutely.
yeah, see at the moment.
Yeah. I think personally it's like that artist struggle thing. It's not as glamorous as it used to look. And it doesn't feel as glamorous as it used to feel. Again, as the years go by, your mindset changes and I'm completely fine with that. So right now that's where I'm headed. I'm like I have to be honest with myself and really know what I want and readjust. That's it.
That's the key word, readjust.
Hmm.
You know, it's never too late to change what you're doing, just because certain people did it a certain way. Because you read about these artists that they started a certain way, like living on the streets, and they did the journey and became this and that. But
Right.
we all make the choices, like you're saying. Go from just doing more pop-ups and then going to more galleries.
Hmm.
Do you have any gallery in mind in the future that you want to be part of, or?
Not necessarily, to be honest. I go with the flow and I'm present at events to really see who goes, how do I feel. A lot of it is being honest with myself and how I feel in this space. How would my art be interpreted or appreciated in this space? Because my art is not something that would fit everywhere, and that's okay too. So take my time and never do anything with desperation
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Not that I was, but I'm sure that as an artist, we all have those moments.
And before we end this interview, I was gonna ask you, how's the fashion going? I've noticed that on your Instagram, you'll be posting like outfits of the day,
Oh yeah.
right? Or outfits of the week. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. What do I call it? V.E.O Vision's outfit diary. Yeah,
There you
that's what it
go.
is.
The diary, yeah.
Again, readjusting. I'm trying different things because whether or not I wanted to acknowledge it, social media is what is moving artists forward, businesses forward. I might not be on board with some technological developments or whatnot, but the reality is, if I want to be reach certain goals, then I have to acknowledge the tools that are at my fingertips, right? So obviously, social media can be detrimental in certain ways, but the things that I utilize are, or posts, I should say, are wholesome. The outfits are very, I would say, contrary to what's popular today. Things like this, very modest and like, um, I don't know, like not really showing any skin. I'm all about that. Like I want to communicate that elegance can also be fashionable, and that pretty much everything that I wear and sell is saved from going to the landfill. It's thrifted, so I don't sell things for expensive prices. I don't wear things that cost $1 billion because it's never about fashion's never about how much you spend. It's just about how much creativity and elegance you can incorporate into representing basically who you are, right? So
Yeah.
that's one of the readjustments that I'm making. It's like I need to touch that fashion aspect of V.E.O Visions again as well.
Yeah, that's what I was bringing it up because I'm like, because I remember before it was art, poetry,
Fashion.
fashion, everything I
Yeah.
can visualize. I remember that. And I was gonna ask you, what about this fit? Like, where, how? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh, I
Where you?
think same as the last interview, the bins, the Goodwill bins. I think I got uh this lovely piece at the Goodwill bins for like $1, and it's silk and it's sewn by hand. I mean, it's just like one of those things where you're like, oh, so yeah, it's again, and it's completely modest and decent. Nobody else is wearing it. So really, I mean, why not thrift? No offense
Definitely.
to any stores out there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like if you can do it, do it.
Yeah, well, that's great for sharing, your fit with us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, green's a great color and a harmony. And also, like we were talking about how I didn't know that you said the weight of the clothing. The
Oh, that's right. We were talking
yeah,
about color scheme
hmm
earlier. The way, well, I think you were asking about like what's the weather like? How do you
yeah, because
adjust
I'm
to
like, yeah, it's
right?
gonna be hot.
Oh, it is off August after all.
Yeah,
Um, And you were saying, oh, let's not wear black because
yeah,
it's going to be hot. And I love black. I love wearing black.
yeah,
So my answer to what you asked was it's actually about the weight of the fabric. So like silks and cotton and linen, all of those are natural, breathable fabrics. So I'm like, the color's fine. Like let's look all vampired and gothed out, but really just make it like some kind of natural fabric. But
yeah.
no, we went with
No, it was a
we
good
went.
tip because I was like last time I remember I was getting cooked because I had my black shirt on and I was getting cooked. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, I had a whole different tan line after that
yeah,
interview.
yeah, yeah. But thank you for the fashion tips
Yeah.
on that. And yeah, I mean, let's see what else we got here today before we end the. I just want to show, yeah,
Certainly.
because I'm sitting right here.
Oh
It's covering a lot
yes.
of the bike.
Oh, that's totally
I
fine.
want to
Yeah.
show everybody the whole scheme.
Yeah, so we got paint, motorcycle, extra large parasol, fashion, community canvas. Yeah.
All right, and as you guys can see, the whole shabam here.
And yes, everything gets packed in that bag, the bag on the other side, and the little sissy bar seat there. We make it happen here at V.E.O Visions.
V.E.O Visions, y'all. Before we finish the interview, this 2025, I want to thank you for taking the time, sitting down with us. Again, like I'm like a little bit not my usual environment, but we made it happen as usual. This is the Eskwilax hour. And before we end, do you have any shout outs, any new people that you want to say hi to?
Well, this year I've met a lot of new people, a lot of lovely people, but as always, the list is too long. But I would like to start off by thanking the people in front of me for being here today. Thank you so much, Eskwilax Hour, and as always, my Heavenly Father. He's always there for me.
That's great. No, that's beautiful. And yeah, we wish you the best. With your new art ventures, the new bike,
Thank you.
and hopefully, like when you post the gallery, like the gallery shows, we'll be able to come through, check it out, support your art, support the fashion, support, just VEO visions.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys do. You represent something really beautiful, and you find a lot of hardworking, honest people, creative people, and you highlight them. I mean, that's really special. So thank you for doing that for me and for so many other people as well.
Well, thank you again. This has been the Eskwilax Hour, season 17, VEO Visions, and we hope to see you next year on the next art tour.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Bye.
Take care.